In today's video, I'm going to show you how to hand tape an inside drywall corner fast and easy. So I'm going to show you how to do an inside corner. This is just on a pocket door where they had to do some repairs. So I'm basically doing a full sheet of drywall into a corner. So I'm going to show you how to do an inside corner with just regular drywall paper tape. You also need I'm going to use a 12-inch knife to put the mud in the corner, and then a 6-inch to wipe it down. You can't just use a 6-inch as well. So all-purpose joint compound. You want to make it a little soupy. This has not been mixed up at all. So it's best for corners, inside corners, to make it a little soupy. Not too soupy, but I'll show you about how thick you want it. I got a little container I use to pour water in, instead of just guessing. I can control it easier. The corners go a lot easier if you have it kind of soupy. If it's too thick, then you might get some bumps under the tape that are hard to get out once you get the tape bedded. So that looks pretty good. Again, just regular paper tape. Let's do this. The corner I'm going to be demonstrating on, one side is a brand new sheet of drywall and the other side is a wall where I had removed some wallpaper. So basically you just want to run out the length of the tape along the wall, and once you get down to the bottom, just give it a tear. Try and keep it as square as possible. And then you just want to fold the tape down the factory edge in the middle of it. I'll be using my 12-inch taping knife. I'm putting a strip of all-purpose joint compound, which has been thinned down to probably a thick pancake batter consistency. I'm just going to go along the whole corner and add that strip of mud. There's other ways to get the mud up there, but for a DIYer or a handyman or somebody that's trying to repair a corner or do some corner finishing, this is a great technique. You don't want to pile up the mud. You want to keep it pretty consistent. But we're going to go over it with the 6-inch knife once we get the paper tape stuck in the middle. I've got the pre-folded tape. I'm going to point it right at the middle where the fold is and just gradually push it in as you go down to the bottom. You can make any adjustments before you run your knife down it. Once you do that, it's going to be hard to adjust. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you're liking these videos. So what you want to do is you want to start in the middle and either go down or up. This prevents crinkling. Here I go again, right down from the middle. Now I'm going to go up from the middle. You want to squeeze most of the joint compound out as you're going. So you apply a decent amount of pressure, not full pressure. I'd say about 50%. Okay, now I'm just going to clean it up a little bit. And I'm going to run a real thin top coat over this tape. Kind of speeds up the process. You could let the tape dry before you put any mud over the top. This speeds up the process, and if you keep it out of the corner, it's not a problem at all. Getting a nice long pull. That way you're not going to have to sand anything between coats if you keep it nice and tight. I'm placing the mud just in the corner of the knife and staying off the corner of the drywall intersections about 1/4 of an inch. You don't want any mud piled up or squishing out the side of your knife into the corner. So it's important to stay off the very corner of the tape. And this thin coat of mud is only going to probably take an hour or two to completely dry, even though it's all-purpose joint compound. It's so thin that it dries pretty quick. I prefer using paper tape for inside corners because it leaves a nice crisp line. Okay, Here's a crucial step, and you don't have to sand between coats if you do it this way. Just take your 6-inch taping knife and just kind of scrape any high edges or areas that mud might have piled up. This is going to make your second coat go so much smoother and easier. Be careful not to dig into the tape at all. Go lightly in the corner. If you do have a bunch of mud piled up, you could go ahead and sand it with a 100 grit sandpaper. Alright, so I'm just putting the joint compound on the corner of my knife. I don't want it squishing out both sides. I'm staying off the corner again, about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. I don't want to pile any joint compound up in the corner. If you do get a little bit, it's not a big deal. You're just going to have to pay special attention to it. Corner's already looking good. I am going to be skim coating these walls, so the third coat is going to be with my 12-inch taping knife. Just trying to get it tight. You want it tight. You don't want any edges whatsoever if you can help it at all. Alright, so I got it on the corner of edge of my taping knife again. I'm just going to get it up there. You can see there's the factory edge, which takes more joint compound than just say a butt joint, which is just a flat part of a sheet of drywall. So it does take a little more mud, but I needed all 4 feet of this sheet of drywall. So if you can avoid having a factory edge in the corner, sometimes that's good if you don't have 2 factory edges on each side. But totally doable. I'm just going to wipe that edge down. Want to keep it clean, but I also want to fill that factory tapered edge as I go. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I try to answer all my questions, and I'll be down in the comments as soon as this video is uploaded. All right, there's the second coat on the inside corner.
And if you want to catch the next video or any of my upcoming videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button now in the center of the screen to keep up with all my videos. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'll leave some of my most popular video links down below in the description. Thanks so much for watching.